Good afternoon. It's September 11th, 2025, and it's a Thursday, and we are in the 7 p.m. hour, and settlement is 6591 and three quarters, from what I believe. Nope, I did it wrong. 6592 even. CPI happened, and all they did was take settlement and go. That's beautiful. So if you were a permabull looking for that specific trade, you ate really well. Our cash positions are great, which is also great news. But yeah, day open at minimum. Settlement's risk is less than 40. That's good business to me. I wasn't AFK. I ignored all of this essentially and went blind for sell here, and was just like, okay, whatever happens, happens. And what happened is exactly what I would love to see happen. That's great. That is great. We have a bull run here. So the essential thing that we cannot see tomorrow and next week. Next week is Ankh. Keep in mind, next week is Ankh. The last thing I want to see is an inversion of the week open here at 6483 and three quarters. That is the last thing we want to see at best. What we would like to see is just a bounce of that level at minimum. Yes. We want no surprises moving forward. That is the main thing we want right now, is no surprises. Wednesday's low is 6522 and a half. So at minimum here, at minimum the week open, we don't want to see an inversion of that. So discount of today would technically be 6567 and three quarters. We don't want to see an inversion of that. We just want to see a bounce and rejection and move up from there. In terms of the retail sell, sorry, I don't use it ever. Trend line, we just don't want to see that break, and discount lands somewhere around there. So essentially, we just do not want to see an inversion here. Is this somewhere that you should start looking for cash positions? I would wait until the next at least down close by. That's at least where I would look for. Once I see that, then maybe I would consider buying at the close and holding that. But we do want to see this this discount here. I need to get a little granular with it here. This is the 11 o'clock low here, so you would want to see that. And then this is the 1 p.m. low here at 6585. So that's a conservative spot. Here's a conservative spot. And obviously the open is a conservative spot. I might as well just add it here just in case. Those are the places that I would look. This is the lowest place that I want to look. And we don't have added volume. That is the thing. We have closed officially and we don't have added volume. So something bullish that I'm looking for. I don't want any surprises here. 20-day discount is also the week's open. So that's why that is the safest space to put a buy limit order or to look for a shift here. So that's our equilibrium here. I don't see this turning into a daily order block, but we will look at it anyway. This low here, this is the low of that range. Week open is essentially 20-day discount. So we want to see what happens next week, because Ankh is on Wednesday or Thursday, either one of those two. Let me make sure. Ankh might be on think it's the 16th or 17th. Yeah, it's the 17th. We want to see him cut. That is what we're forecasting. If we see a raise, we have big issues. If we see a cut, we have good shit. But if we see nothing, we also have a big issue. Yeah, so we gotta see what Unc says. But this looks like a safe buy and hold to me. If you have cash positions lower, if you were buying this range here, you're safe for now. So you just gotta put break even. You just gotta make sure you're at break even. If you want to trail. If you want to take partials, do what you want. That is completely up to you. Not financial advice. Do you take your own trades? So yeah, we don't have daily added value volume on the continuous, neither on the actual contract. ES is almost there. SPY didn't, but the index itself has added volume, so take that as you may. And then the Awanda contract also added volume, so take that as you may. Two things that sometimes don't act like the rest of them. Something to look out for. Now, how did they do it? I mean, we already said at the beginning of the report that it was just a settlement move, but this is the settlement take candle here, and right at 10:35 they buy. That's essentially it. This is the blindest buy of all time. Post 5 minutes, you wait, and then they blind bought it here. For New York, it's essentially just this low here. See how they just teensy with take it? That's the low of the macro range. They take it, and that also lined up with them taking cash open interest in New York Open. Essentially, the open of that news candle. They invert it, take it multiple times. If you were going blind into that, that would be nothing. Wait, hold on. Sorry. That would be. See how they like just take it like to a tick. It's less than 80. And there's your 40 right there, and there's even your 20 right there. So yeah, they just went for it at 8:35. Classic move. That's a classic buy day. Settlement to close day open. Let's look at NQ, even though I don't trade NQ anyway. What they did here was settlement was this. The risk would have been, you would have had to have a 200 tick risk in order to survive that, or go for true close, market on close, or just simply the day open here. After lunch, they were bound to do nothing. After lunch, they were bound to do nothing. They got what they wanted to do, then gave it one last push down to midnight to a tick, went up, made a new time high. Where's AM settlement? AM settlement is here, so your take profit is here, and then they do nothing for the rest of the day. That's how it rolls. That should have been expected. Bitcoin is going up. That's something. That's great. We have fully inverted that sell that we've been looking for at this point. We wanted to see this taken one last time, but they didn't. Essentially, between this fair value gap is more than enough. Even here, what they put there is more than enough in that little fair value gap. And here's Monday here, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's more than likely going to take that high. I see this run and this being a shift. So if you got in low here or got right at July's open, you got a good position on Bitcoin. That's good stuff. And yeah, there's nothing really else to look at. We already looked at stocks at the beginning of the month. ES and everything else looks like it's going to be more bull runs, at least until UNC. So right now it's just those levels I laid out and UNC. So again, today was CPI day, but still, really be careful because, even though we're still having this bullish narrative that we're sticking to and making sure it's still being executed and going, Uncas next week, anything can happen. So literally be careful with your cash. Please be careful with your cash. I think I promised to look at SPY's levels, but really with SPY's levels at this point is just this low here, which is equal here at 647. So that could be a safe buy limit for you on SPY, that specific level. And then on this 20-day range, it's right 20-day discount at this high down here is right below there. So that's a super safe conservative cash position for anyone that wants to buy and hold. $647. So you can set your limit orders there for cash if you want to. But be careful, not financial advice. Do your own trades. All right, you have a blessed day.